Hello everybody and welcome to the SEGA News Bits. I'm your host George and with me is Barry.
Hello.
And today we're going to be talking about Sonic the Hedgehog IDW comic books, issues number 3 and number 4. And both of these issues are the last ones for April, which is supposed to be the big month of the relaunch of the IDW Sonic comics. So we got 4 of them this month and we're going to be doing the last 2. Anything special happened in the third one? I think they had a new character, right?
The fourth one has the new character. The third one is the Knuckles issue. That one, I mean, kind of like the last 2, it's pretty simple. Sonic rolls into town, Knuckles is there, they catch you up to speed on what's going on. It's kind of, you know, it's funny though, because these comic books take place in the game universe. And so I'm always waiting for them to give me new information, and then I'm like, oh wait,
yeah,
I just need to remember what happened in the games, you know?
Yeah.
And so they basically, you know, like Knuckles is fighting with Sonic. I thought the characterization was really good.
And what is that? What characterization did they use? They use the Grumpy Knuckles or the dumb bro Sonic Boom Knuckles?
No, it's not the dumb bro Sonic Boom Knuckles. It's a lot more like the Sonic Adventure Knuckles, where he's hot-headed, probably a little easy to sway, but you know, his heart's in the right place. They revealed at the end that he does still guard the Master Emerald, but apparently it's being unguarded right now, and so I think that's going to come up later on.
I mean, that's a good thing, because this is something you wanted since Sonic Adventure, to have more of the lore behind Knuckles as a character.
Exactly, and it's making me wonder too if this is how they'll introduce the Chaotix, because whoever the villain is, because they haven't revealed that it's Eggman, they're like, oh, the Master Emerald's unguarded, this is good. This is my speculation, is that they'll come upon the Master Emerald, and then that's when, like, either the Chaotix or some new characters will appear. That's my guess anyway.
And didn't they kind of debut new bad guys too, or is that one the last issue?
That was the, yeah, that's right, yeah. I guess it says a lot about how I forgot about them. So it's Rough and Tumble, and they are 2 skunks, and they're I guess mercenaries. They kind of took over the town and were a couple of, you know, jerks, and then got kicked out of town, basically. I could see them like later on joining up with the villains and kind of being like, I don't know, maybe like how Fang was, or Knack, you know, where it's like he doesn't get along with the heroes, but he doesn't really get along with the villains. He's kind of out for himself, but he'll join up with whoever asks.
They kind of reminded me, the name kind of reminded me of like Bebop and Rocksteady. They go together, the names.
Yes. Yeah, that's the best comparison.
What do you think about the design?
I thought the design was pretty good. You know, we had those 2 guys, and then the issue 4 has Tangle. I think the designs are pretty good. I like the Rough and Tumble designs more than Tangle. I think she has too much clothing on. And that's not like pervy, but it's just the fact that she's like wearing more clothes than any Sonic character I've really ever seen.
Okay, so talk to us about issue number 4. How do they introduce this new character, and do you like her introduction?
Well, Sonic again comes into a new town. Like, it's kind of getting old. I hope they stop doing this after these issues. And she's just fighting robots and teams up with Sonic, and apparently is like unaware of really who he is. So she's just like, hey buddy, help me out here. And they work together, and then Blaze appears. You know, like, if you've played the games, you know what Blaze's story is. Basically, she's from an alternate dimension. She watching, what is it, the Soul Emeralds from Sonic Rush and Sonic Rush Adventure. Apparently, this is the first time she's been in a Sonic comic in 5 years.
Wow, really?
Yeah. So
what's her, like, motive there? Is she basically the video game character, not recreated for the comic, right?
Yeah. Yeah, she's, her motives in this is just to, like, help Sonic. It's pretty light.
All right, outside of this, we also had 2 different artists on these comic books. What do you think about the art here, and who were the artists on number 3 and number 4, if you can remember?
Oh, I can't remember the artist on number 3. The artist on number 4 is, Evan Stanley. Issue 3's art, and maybe we can like show a picture of the name or something like that.
Okay.
I thought the art was good, but the inking was really thick, like to the point where I almost thought they were zooming in on already inked images. It looked really fat lines. Whereas issue 4 I thought looked great. I think it's probably one of my favorite interior arts for the comic.
And so now we have number 3 and number 4. Which one do you like the better, and what are your ratings for these two, ending the April month of releases?
I'd say 3 was my favorite of them so far, and I would give that one probably a solid A on the IDW Sonic scale. And issue 4, I would say it's nice to finally get through this arc. There is a spoiler at the end. I won't spoil it, but they do show next month's issue will have Eggman. However, I think the way they're going is going to be different. I don't think he's going to be a villain. I think he might try to do that thing where he's like, "Oh, I was manipulated last time. I'm here to help rebuild,"
Oh, yeah.
So that's my guess anyway. I think the fact that issue 4 wrapped up this little arc, it did a reasonable job, but I'm looking forward to what's next. I'd give issue 4 maybe like a B+, just because they did cram in 2 characters, and Tangle, the design's nice, but I really didn't get much of her character.
So it's a bright future.
I think so, yeah. It's just, it's still strange to see them referencing Sonic Forces. I know it follows after that, but Sonic's like, I was in prison and now I'm out. And I'm kind of waiting for them to reveal a little more of where are the humans? Is Gun a thing? Is all the people from Sonic Unleashed, are they going to show up? Is there a Professor Pickle? Obviously there is, so...
I think that's a good thing, though, because you're always looking forward to the next issue to see what they reveal. There's a lot of secrets still in this universe, and that's a good thing.
Oh, for sure, and I do trust Ian Flynn, so I think it's a bright future for IDW. I'm looking forward to what's next, and I'm especially looking forward to Eggman. It's kind of surprising we've gone 4 issues and he hasn't shown up.
That's this episode of the SEGA News Bits. If you like what we do here, make sure to share, subscribe. If you guys want to see us continue this series in the future, we're going to be doing it monthly. And if you want to support us financially, you can go to our Patreon and give us $1. Just $1, maybe $2.